And I got to tell you, he was so impressed with the staff and the volunteers, the quality of the food, and the compassion embedded in the meals. He and I started the Goss Michael Foundation in 2007, and we raised millions of dollars for worthy charities and causes. And you all know, and I've always known, his entire life he secretly donated to many people and charities, including Project Angel Food. I'm so happy that George is finally getting the recognition he deserves with Project Angel Food's Elizabeth Taylor Leadership Award. There's been a lot said about George since he died, but I'd love for his legacy to be his music and his generosity. I often talk to George, and I'd like to say I love you, darling, and I hope you're proud. Thank you.
Is the most important word in the world right now. We see hands, hear voices. Freedom! Freedom!
Okay, we've got some breaking news coming to us here.
Reports that George Michael, the singer and songwriter, has died. He was just
star George Michael has passed away at the age.
A supernova in a firmament of shining stars had been extinguished, and it felt like the sky had fallen in.
I felt numb at first. I remember the last time we spoke, which wasn't that long ago. Even after we split up, we remained great friends. He is absolutely one of the kindest, generous men I've ever met. He always said to me, how much money does someone really need in their bank account? He firmly believed that we need to help people as much as we can.
If you are the desert, I'll be the sea.
I met George here in Los Angeles. I was here working with a sporting goods company, and he asked me out. George and I came to the kitchen. We made cakes, white cakes that day. I was a lot better at making the cakes than him.
Workers say that they couldn't get through the door. There were paparazzi at the front door, paparazzi at the back door, helicopters.
So I just kind of helped facilitate. I helped find ingredients for him, and he measured them, and he enjoyed the fact that the mixing bowl that we had was so big. And I was just overwhelmed by the generosity in his speech and the benevolence that he had towards our agency.
We should all
I would say several years ago was when I first found out about Project Angel Food. It was Kenny and George. I knew that they both would come in and donate, and I knew how much that meant to George, and he loved it. Well, it just is so close to our hearts. That's why I'm here. And call your girlfriends and have them come and help you. Whenever we're working in the kitchen, one of George's songs comes on, Freedom, which was one of his most popular ones with all the Super Bowls. Made us dance and work faster.
Everybody has always thought of me as a harpist. The record with Bjork comes out. George went to Tower Records in London and he bought that album. And he said, find this woman, I've got to record with her. This is what I did with George. They said, what kind of music should we prepare for you? And I said, none. Just put me in the studio with George, with just the two of us. I mean, just, you know, it's I Remember You, because George loved that song.
I remember you.
Well, I mean, George's legacy, of course, as you know now, is that he was the most generous, kind person.
Elton John, I recently heard a comment he made, and he said George was a humanitarian from the top of his head to the tip of his toe. He really felt that way.
In 1993, Project Angel Food was getting an influx of people living with AIDS, and we weren't sure how we were going to make payroll. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, an envelope appeared at our doorstep, and a handwritten note said, Project Angel Food, keep doing what you're doing, love George. And out came a check for $25,000. That check kept coming every year until the day he died.
I think now people will remember him. I think the things he did in his life for other people will be remembered just as much as his music.
When I was raising money for the Terence Higgins Trust, George gave $50,000, and he did it anonymously.
I knew he was generous, but he never talked about it. He never said, yes, I sent some money to this woman who was ill. He never said anything.
And it wasn't until he died that people started finding out.
George just didn't stop giving. It was for people, it was for animals, it was for children, it was for women. He never, ever stopped.
George Michael is the single largest individual donor in the history of Project Angel Food, donating nearly $500,000.
You know her from Grey's Anatomy, Shameless, and NYPD Blue. Currently on Oprah Winfrey Network's praise drama series, Queen Sugar, Miss Sharon Lawrence.
Hi, everybody. Wasn't that beautiful to see a man who we all love and miss? And I have the distinct pleasure of not only being with you tonight and sharing this family atmosphere, but actually reading a message from George Michael's sisters. They sent a letter, and I'm going to read it from my phone just because it's easier. And I want you to know that they asked for us to wait to read this letter until this precise moment. So you'll be hearing it first here. Hello to all at Project Angel Food, all the guests, visitors, and the participants gathered in this celebration in Los Angeles this evening from Yoda and Melanie. We send our best regards from London and hope that everything is going well. I think we can answer that as a yes, right? Right? We are glad and pleased that you are honoring George this evening for his contribution alongside the many, many dedicated volunteers throughout the years to Project Angel Food. And we hope that the joy of hearing the beautiful words and the music from Adam will remind you of George's gift of music and help him live in your lives. Knowing his music and support have helped many of you when you've needed your spirits lifted, your sadness reflected, or just a great dance round the kitchen was a source of great pride for him. And if he's looking down on you today, we're sure that he would rightly feel that together you did a good thing. Throughout his life, George's sense of justice and fairness and caring always came to the fore in many kind deeds. So Project Angel Food being one of many. So we are justly proud of his quiet examples of caring and generosity. We all need some love sometimes, but we always need dinner at dinner time. So thank you, enjoy your evening, and at the request of George's family, we will now invite a client to the stage to accept the award in their honor. So Greg Shore, would you please come forward? Maybe you're backstage. Oh, there you are, Greg. We met out earlier in the reception. He came and spoke so well of the organization and being a client. And so he's on his way up.
Hi, I'm Greg, and I'm a client of Project Angel Food, and I'm here to represent all the clients, and thank you all. I received my first meal in January 2016, and it's no cliche to say that I owe my life to Project Angel Food and all of you. Thank you. The gentleman from KTLA had mentioned something, and I want to reinforce it, that Project Angel Food is not just food, it's people. And because of that, I invited my delivery driver, Keith, who's way back there. Keith, who's become a great friend. And I also want to give a shout out to Terry, who runs the front desk, who's helped me so many times. There haven't been many perks to this last 2.5 years, but finding Project Angel Food and all of you people has certainly been one. So I want to thank you all. Thank you. On behalf of the great George Michael, I'd like to accept this award, and on behalf of all the clients, thank you very much.
Well done.
Now,